I was recently reminded of this quote that has been helping me currently tremendously as I'm leading in both ministry and marketplace spaces. And the quote is simply this, and I believe this will help you. We overestimate what we can achieve over a short period of time, and we underestimate how much we can achieve over a long period of time. See, this has helped me tremendously because over these last couple of weeks, there have been so many moving pieces. There have been so many things and opportunities that we can do as an organization, both church and business. And I'm finding that when I try to do too much, I only end up frustrated. And I could be trying to do too much, doing all the right things. They're all great ideas, all good things. They're all impactful. But if I do too much of those things, I can end up frustrated with the very things that are the right things. And so with this quote, it really, to me, just speaks to the power of consistency. And consistency is one of those topics that consistency, like discipline, is one of those topics that many people know that we need it, but it seems very difficult to attain it. It seems very difficult to adopt it into our normal day-to-day life. And I'm telling you, for me, this quote has really helped me reshape how I think about just operating within these different spaces because I want to achieve a lot. I believe, you guys know this, I want to get as much as I'm supposed to. I only want to have whatever God wants for me. That's it. I don't want any more, and I definitely don't want any less. I want to maximize the gifts, the potential that God has placed on the inside of me, which means I need to have the proper pace to my development. I don't want to move faster than God. I don't want to move too slow. I want to be at the right pace, and that's going to require me to be strategic. It's going to require me to have discernment in my consistency. And where a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that consistency is just this behavioral modification piece, when really, when we want to become consistent in a thing, it takes mental work, it takes physical work, and it takes spiritual preparation when we want to actually start becoming consistent in something. Meaning I have to not just put myself in the place to do the thing. I have to really prepare the space. I have to prepare my spirit so that way when I get going in this new direction, whatever the new direction is, whether it's building something, whether it's starting a new habit, whatever the case is, I'm clear on not just what I'm doing, I'm clear on why I'm doing it, and I'm clear on how I'm going to do it. And so what I want to do really quickly is just share with you 3 things that is going to help us as leaders truly be consistent. All right. So that we can really be at the right pace as we are building. And so the first thing that we need is strategy. We need strategy. Now, strategy is more than wishful thinking because just because you can pinpoint the destination of what you want to do, that does not mean you've created a strategic plan. A strategic plan gets into the nitty gritty. It gets into the details of how everything is going to work. And so when we're trying to become consistent, if we're trying to have the right pace as we're building, we have to not just determine, okay, here's what I'm trying to achieve, but we have to ask the question of what does this look like to get there? Like, for me to get there, for me to start the habit of working out more, for me to start the habit of reading more, or to, whatever, eat better, I have to just simply ask, okay, what does it look like for us to get there? What does that look like for me to do this? And it's whatever answer you come up with, that's where your brain should start really trying to formulate, okay, the steps. That's how you really start becoming strategic with a thing. And this is so important because when we start becoming strategic, we end up having the right expectations concerning progress. See, if we just have wishful thinking ideas, we can have an amazing idea that is the right idea, but it actually takes 6 months to do. But if we're not strategic, we're going to go into it thinking it should only take 6 days. And if you go into any type of project, you go into any type of season in your life where you start the thing and it actually should take 6 months and you go into it thinking it should only take 6 days, you are going to be so frustrated. And I've experienced it. There is nothing like, you start this new initiative, you launch this new offer, you start this new thing or group season or whatever at your church, and you're like, man, this should pop off in a week. People should flock and sign up within a week, not realizing, no, it's actually going to take about 8 weeks. Like, it sets proper expectation when you are strategic, when you have strategy behind whatever the new thing is that you're trying to start. So if we want to have the right pace, I have to really first be strategic and really ask myself, what does this even look like? Now, along with being strategic, I need to also have the right support, because anything worthy of you achieving should not only need just you. Like, you need help. We all need help. I know you're a high performer, but you need the right support system. And there's 3 types of people that every leader and every dreamer needs. We need a success model. This is the person that is basically living at the life that you want to live. This is the person that's in the position that you'd like to have. This is the person that has the life that you'd like to live. This is who you are looking up to. You need a success model. You also need a collaborator. This is somebody who is on your same level. While they may have a different destination, but they have similar values, they have a similar mission, they have a similar vision of better for their life, and you guys are basically on the same plane, but headed in the same direction. And then you need an apprentice. These are people that are where you used to be, and you are basically taking everything that you're learning in your now and depositing it into them, so that way they can ultimately grow and become. So you need the right support, meaning if you're trying to be consistent by yourself, you're never going to be consistent, because you're not just going to go cold turkey into good habits. You're not just all of a sudden just start and you're just doing things by yourself. It doesn't work like that. If you are going to be consistent in a way that's not frustrating, stressful, overwhelming, all that, you need the right support. This is where you might need to get a coach. You might need to find a mentor. You might need to engage with the people that are already around you, but you need the right support when you're trying to start a new discipline, when you're trying to become more consistent. All right. So we need strategy, we need support. And then lastly, we need proper structure if we are going to be consistent. If I'm going to have the right pace towards my dream, if I'm going to have the right pace towards a project, towards my business, whatever it is, I need to structure myself well. Meaning, if you know you're trying to start going to the gym more, structure your life well where you already have laid out your gym outfits for the week. Structure yourself well if you're trying to eat healthier, where you throw out all the unhealthy food in your closet, or in your pantry, I should say, so that way you don't even have access to the things that can disrupt your consistency. Like, that's a part of structuring. When we are clear on this is what this looks like, I have strategy, I know who's supporting me, I've hired trainers, I have a coach, I have a pastor, I have a friend, I have a mentor, whatever. But then I do the work of identifying what in my life is going to help me in my pursuit of consistency, but then what also is in my life that's going to hinder me. Maybe you need to block some numbers. Maybe you need to throw away some things. Maybe you need to purchase some things, but you want to structure your lifestyle in a way so that you can sustain the pace, so that way you can stay consistent. Like, another easy example, I just feel like giving you this example, right? If you know you want to start going to the gym, well, do the work now and structure by setting your alarm clock to be automatic at 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever time you know you need to get up, so you can go to the gym, and set it in a way where you don't have to be the night before, oh, let me remember to set my alarm. No, just in your iPhone. All right, Android users will pray for you, but in your iPhone, set it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is the alarm. This is the time. So now it's a set it and forget it. That is an example of just structuring so you can stay consistent, because the more structuring is a way for you to almost eliminate the decisions that can cause you to negotiate with yourself. Like, when you structure well, everything should be systematized. Everything should be systematized for you to just flow in this new direction, flow in the direction of discipline, flow in the direction of consistency. And when we do these 3 things, we go from always having to start, restart. We go from doubting ourselves because we're like, man, I just can't seem to get this new thing. Where because I have strategy, I have the right support, and I have the proper structure, I can be consistent to where I not only have a confidence that I'm headed in the right direction, not only that I have a confidence that I'm working on the right things, but I actually enjoy the process, because I believe that we simply serve a God that not only has called us to greater, but he also has made it possible for us to be fulfilled along the way. And so if we do these three things, we should be able to be consistent, then we'll be effective, and ultimately we'll be fruitful. And so if we do these things, I believe it'll be helpful to you.